This next video is going to examine possible landing spots for veteran safety HaHa Clinton-Dix. He's 27 years old from Alabama. He was an All-American in college. He was a Pro Bowler in 2015 and also a second-team All-Pro that year. He's already made his way on to and off three teams, starting his career obviously with Green Bay, where he was a first-rounder, 21st selection overall. He then found his way via trade to Washington. From Washington, he's gone to Cowboys, and from the Cowboys to at least temporary unemployment. There are teams, I believe, that could still use him. Now, some of these teams will want to see if he's willing to play strong safety as opposed to free safety. He's not unable to play free safety, but he's not super athletic. And nowadays, free safeties are really expected to cover almost like corners, and that's not really the best part of his game. But let's just look at teams that could possibly use him. Well, the Jets like to play with more than just two safeties, more than just a free and a strong safety. Their safety depth chart isn't poor, but the free safeties at this point on their whole roster are really just Marcus May and Ashton Davis. They have other guys who are sort of hybrid or strong safety types, but only two free safety types they have. And then you have to mention the Patriots, almost by law, whenever a safety becomes available, especially one who's played at a high level at least for a while. The question, of course, is will Belichick like his ability to learn? Because if you can't learn that system, it doesn't matter how talented you are, you can't play there. Obviously, they lost Chung. They have some guys on the roster that they like, but he's world famous for reclamation projects. They still have Brooks and McCourty and Phillips. Could he find his way into that rotation? I think he could. And, of course, the rookie Kyle Duggar is someone they really like, but he's probably more of a hybrid at this point. The Ravens. The Ravens only have 5 safeties in total on their roster, and only one true free safety, and that's Deshaun Elliott. All the other safeties on their roster are really strong safety or what's called hybrid types. I could see him possibly landing with a team like the Raiders. They really like John Abram, but of course he's already been hurt once in his short career. The other guys on their roster are guys like, well, Dylan Nelvey. They have Jeff Heath, right, who's really a strong safety type, former Cowboy. They have Eric Harris, who's a very big guy, but once again really a strong safety type. Dylan Levitt. I mean, he could easily find his way onto the field there if they were to bring him in. The Jaguars. The Jaguars only have Jared Wilson, Andrew Wingard, and J.R. Reed on their depth chart, guys who play free safety. They have some other guys who could probably play free safety if they had to, but they're only true free safeties on their roster. The Colts love the guys they have. He'd have to play strong safety there, but they really like Blackman, the rookie, and of course they have Malik Hooker, who is a terrific young free safety. So he'd have to play on the strong side where they do have a need. They have Kari Willis and Dan Rutledge, and no offense to either of them, but if HaHa Clinton-Dix could play strong safety, he could easily displace one of them. The Dolphins. They have Bobby McCain, who of course is really sort of a nickel type. He's a very small free safety. A guy I like, but obviously one of the smaller free safeties. They also have Brandon Jones and Kavon Frazier, another former Dallas Cowboy. And Frazier's really more comfortable playing. I mean, he could play both, but I think they might want to move him to the strong side. And bringing in a guy like Clinton-Dix would give them that opportunity. The Eagles, of course, have been really struck by the injury bug in their secondary, including some of their safeties. They still have Rodney McLeod, who is a good player. Marcus Epps is a very athletic young player, but not a guy who is really ready to play a lot. And then Rudy Ford is really a special teams guy. So they could possibly have a spot for him. A couple other teams I'll hit very, very quickly. Another team I could think could possibly bring him in would be a team like the 49ers. They have Jimmy Ward, who's a very good player, but like Abram, a guy who's already tasted the injury bug, or it's tasted him, I guess, more than once. They have Tavares Moore, and they also have Jared Maiden, who once again is more of a special teams guy, and then Evan Foster. But those are guys who, Foster's not guaranteed to make the team. Let's see, is there anyone else that really makes possible sense? The one last team I'll mention is the Browns. The Browns could possibly reunite him with his old secondary mate, Ronnie Harrison. They just recently got. They have other guys that they like. Carl Joseph, who's really sort of a, like LaMarcus Joyner, is one of those guys who's sort of a nickel hybrid type player, rather than a true free safety. So he's another possibility. Are there other teams that you're considering possibly? Those are the ones that occurred to me when I first saw he got released. And once again, I'll continue to monitor this as it goes forward.